Hello and welcome to Only in Your Mind. My name is Natasha and this week I did Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. If you guys like Dexter or if you just want to see how I did this face paint, just keep watching.
So we'll be starting with this image that I found online of Dexter, and I'm starting on the side of my face using this filbert brush because it's got a rounded tip, and we are using this blue from Mehron Paradise. And here I am making his glasses. There's one lens and there's the other lens, and I left like a little spot right in between them for his nose, and here is his forehead. And I mixed some Mehron, kind of like a tan, with some white and pink to get his skin color. And there's his nose right there, and his cheek. And I'm going to come down very slightly and fill it all in. And he's got kind of like a curve in his, not in his neck, but in the image, you know, where his neck should be, right there. And now I'm using some Wolfe white with an angle brush to get his his coat, his laboratory coat. And here's one of his arms, and he'll be holding one of those little beacons. And there's his little smile, which is actually a pretty big smile right there. And I'm just using the tip of that angle brush to get his smile. Now I mixed some red with some orange for his hair color right there. I extended his, I guess his bangs or the front of his hair out above his head. And for his gloves, I am using some purple from Mehron, just like I used for his hair. Those are all Mehron colors. And I'm using a Mark Reid brush for his gloves. So this is what's in the beacon. I'm going to start with the green before I use the gray, and I'm just doing the liquid at the bottom, and then it had some bubbles, so I'm making those bubbles. Now I erased that bubble right there because the beacon extended right there. So there we go. So there's only 2 bubbles there, and I'm using gray for the beacon, and I'm going to go around that green. And here are his legs, and this is Wolfe black for his, not his legs, but his actual boots or whatever. There we go. And there's the heel. And then I'm gonna start doing the outlining. Now this kind of got messy right there under my eyes, but we're gonna do one curl, and I'm gonna come back and do that curl in a little bit right there. Okay, so let's outline his glasses. And of course this is the best part of the thing, is when you outline, everything comes together. So there's his nose and his smile. There we go. And he has 2 lines inside of his mouth too for his teeth. And then we're going to go ahead and outline his jacket. The little ears. There we go. And if anybody has any suggestions of other cartoons they would like me to do a face paint of, just put them in the description box below, and I would try my very best to actually get it done, because sometimes I just can't, you know, do the artwork. Maybe there's that curl that I missed earlier. And let us outline the beacon. There we go. And here is one thumb, or not one thumb, but that thumb, and his glove, and here are his fingers. There we go. And of course, everything that I use will be in, all the materials that I use will be in the description box below if you guys want to check out that stuff. So here are his little pupils peeking through his glasses, and they are not little, really. They're pretty big. And here is the other one on the other side, and then I'm gonna work on the background. So I'm using this cake from, it's a rainbow cake, and it is from Silly Farm. I'm using the blues and a little bit of the purple, and I'm just dabbing it on my forehead and on the side of my face, of course with this face painting sponge, and right here on my jawline and on my chin. And then I added some white to the sponge from Mehron white, and I'm just going to add a little bit of white in there too as well. And there we go. And now it's time for some swirls and teardrops. So here's one long teardrop, another long teardrop, and another long teardrop right there. 4 teardrops, and then I'm going to add a little curve right there at that teardrop, and one little twirl here. 1, 2 teardrops, and then I'm going to add some more lines around the teardrops. There we go. Now with a finger dauber and this stencil, I decided to add some little bubbles coming out of his beacon, but I didn't like the way it looked, but it is what it is. So there we are. And then of course my favorite stencil with the little dots that adds to everything. I'll be adding some dots behind him and around him as well. So guys, this stencil is one of my favorites, and I could add dots all over the place and it always looks so awesome. So now I am using some of that lime green to make some more bubbles to connect the bottom design to the top of my forehead, and I'm just going to outline it with this Wolfe white. And like I said, I've been trying to continue to outline all my designs with some Wolfe white because it almost looks like a sticker when you outline the actual design. So there we go, outlining those bubbles. And then for some eye makeup, I decided to use this fusion cake, and I'm just using the purple, blue, and green, and the green kind of ties in with those bubbles. And for the corner of my eye, I'm using white, and then I will be taking a slightly damp brush to kind of blend in the whites to the blue, the green, and the purple. There we go. We're going to blend that in a little bit. And then I'm just going to use this wonderful stencil and do some dots. And now it's time for some glitter. We're using some green glitter for the bubbles and some blue glitter for his little glasses, and then around the design. And then I decided to go ahead and use some of this orange for the top of his hair. There we go. So we are coming to the end of this makeup. As always, I would like to thank you guys for watching me do all my face paints. I really do appreciate you guys. And now let's add some lipstick and some black eyeliner. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you on my next video.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I did Dexter's face paint from Dexter's Laboratory. If you guys like Dexter, and even if you don't like Dexter and you enjoyed hanging out with me while I did this face paint, consider leaving me a like if you want and subscribing to my channel. Also, if you do subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit that little bell button so you can get notified of any of my videos that I do. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and God bless. And I'll see you guys on my next video.